So it's your first time in the gym, just signed up, you have no idea what to do now. Nobody's got time to come into the gym, work out for 2 months, and then fall off, and then lose all the progress that you just had. I'm gonna give you 5 things to make sure that you don't fall off and you accomplish the goals that you set out for yourself. As a personal trainer, I have beginners coming to me all the time asking, how do I stick with it? How do I make sure my goals get accomplished in this amount of time? Biggest fall off I always see in the gym is gonna be people's confidence and just feeling like they should even be in the gym in the first place. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you're in there. Nobody knows you. Everybody's in the gym for different reasons. Everybody has different goals. Everybody has different things that they're doing. If somebody is in the gym judging you or watching you, making sure you're doing it right or wrong, 90% of the time, they have no idea what they're doing themselves. I see it all the time. You know, I hear it a lot from my clients too. They're telling me like, oh man, I'm struggling. Like, I want to work out over here. I don't want somebody to watch me, which is valid. It's okay. I understand that, especially somebody new. When I was starting out, I definitely understand. You know, you feel like you want to wear a little bit oversized shirts. You know, you don't want to do too much. You don't want to put too much attention to yourself because you feel like you're not looking the way that you want to look. But man, you're in there for a reason. You got your goals set out, just hit them hard. It's easier said than done. Wear something that you know that you're gonna feel comfortable in. If you wanna wear that hoodie because you feel better, wear that hoodie. It's like they say, look good, feel good. It's not a fashion show, but if you like to dress up in fashion, you feel good, you feel like you're gonna get a better workout, taking a shower, putting on cologne, putting on deodorant, putting on that shirt, bro, do it. Who is there to tell you that you cannot do that? Nobody. You're paying the same amount of money that Rhonda and her kids are paying. You can go and do whatever you want in there. Don't be stupid. But I digress. Bro said digress. I understand. The gym can definitely be scary. You wanna know what's scary? That is scary. Bro, you got goals. Stick to them. Always hearing too, like, what gym should I choose? Everything like that. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Every gym can get you a workout. However, when it comes down to confidence, when it comes down to training, when it comes down to just feeling like you belong, because I've been there. I've had that feeling of like, do I belong here? It's a real thing. I definitely understand. You want to pick a gym that you kind of, for lack of a better term, goes with your vibe. If you are not a screamer and not someone who is going to yell and slam the weights and do stuff like that, you might not want to go to one of those gyms because you're going to get there and be like, bro, what is happening? I've been there. I've done that before. If you're someone who doesn't really like the nightclub scene, or like you see the lights going crazy and loud music and blaring, and you know people are dressed up to look jacked, and you're like, man, I don't know if I belong here. Maybe choose a different, maybe like, for lack of a better term, like commercial gym, like a Fitness Connection or a Planet Fitness or something like that. Again, there's nothing wrong with those gyms. If you know how to work out, you will get the good workouts in those gyms. Nothing wrong with them at all. I say that to say, I'm not saying that you belong in those gyms because you're new. I'm not saying like this is a Weenie Hut Generals is over there. It's nothing like that. It's just basically saying that it's just to make you feel the most confident wherever you're put. So if you know for a fact you're gonna go to Planet Fitness down the street and you're not gonna feel like anybody's watching you, go to that gym, man. That's just how I was. If you feel like, man, I wanna be hype and be in the loud music and do all this stuff, bro, go to that gym. We're just setting ourselves up for success the best way that we can. That's gonna be with the clothes that we wear, how we feel, and what gym that we go to. So yeah, the gym is definitely a scary place, but it's also a community. You realize when you go to the gyms, especially that you enjoy, people say, what's up? You know, people, dap each other up. I always like to tell the funny stories, like, you look at people and you might think one guy doesn't like you very much, and then you like ask for a spot, and then it turns out you guys become best friends. Like, you're like, oh, this guy's actually cool. My biggest takeaway from the gym is, for as long as I've been in here, most of the time when someone's mean or like tells you how you should work out or judges you based on that, most of the time their physique checks out and they don't know what they're doing either. Most of the friendly guys that I know and I've met are the guys that are jacked, who are strong, who know what to do. Most of the time, those are the nicest guys you ever meet. So if I'm gonna give any advice for confidence, go to your local gym, find the biggest guy there. Most of the time, they're gonna know what they're doing. And they're gonna be the nicest guys to talk to. You're gonna ask them for their advice, and they're gonna most likely, you're gonna be blown away about how much they actually share with you and how much you can learn from these type of people. My number 2 is gonna be finding your workout plan. This is where you're gonna find what machines to use, what free weights to use. First main thing is gonna be, you wanna find someone you trust. If you find a trainer, find someone you trust, find somebody you want that physique to look like, and you go from there. The next thing that you wanna look for is what you're based on, like what you're training for. If you're training to be a runner, probably don't wanna be lifting crazy amount of weight. If you're trying to lift a crazy amount of weight, probably shouldn't do running stuff and like more high intensity, things like that. Find a workout program that's designed for you. Also, the last thing I would like to say is time management. How long do you have in the gym? How long is this workout gonna take? That's gonna be the top things that you wanna find. Also, the last thing that you really want to go with based off of workout plans, you want to set realistic goals for yourself. I always like to say you want to start off very nice and small. I actually get it from Chris Bumstead. He actually says it all the time. When you set realistic goals, you want to just little habit by little habit by little habit. You can create a change right away, but if it is something that it's difficult, you're like, man, you know, I work, I have this, I have to take clients out, life happens. If that kind of stuff happens, just set those realistic goals for yourself. Okay, this week I'm gonna make sure I only eat this. This week I make sure I'm gonna cut this out. Little by little, that's gonna help you boost your confidence. Little wins. You wanna have little victories throughout. That's gonna help you get that big victory in the long run. So you got your blueprint, you got your workout plan, now you know what to do. My number 3, to make sure you stay consistent, do not jump plan to plan. You have the plan, is it working or is it not? You wanna give yourself time. Give yourself at least 6 weeks. I see a lot, especially from the first timers. They go in and they do something for 2 weeks and they're like, yep, I can't bench 315. I started at 135 and I can't get 315. This workout program sucks. I'm going to the next one. Stay consistent. Make sure you stay with that workout program. Learn the reps. Learn how to feel it. Give yourself at least 6 weeks. But staying consistent. That's not doing 4 days and then taking 3 days off and eating whatever and going out partying and then be like, oh, this program doesn't work. Being consistent of 6 weeks, you will see if progress is working or not. Stick with that plan. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay. I've had programs before that don't work for me. Just move on to the next one. But just give yourself time to see if you are progressing or if it's working. Here's the thing about being a new person in the gym. I'm actually jealous of you guys. There's a thing called newbie gains. You are going to, probably in the first 3 weeks, you're going to be seeing some progress, great results, because your body's not used to it. When that starts happening, that's when you really want to stick in and stay consistent. Squeeze as much out of those newbie gains as you can. And then you're gonna hit the wall. Once you hit that wall of like no more newbie gains, that's when you can really start to evaluate programs, do 6 weeks and go from there. So you got the gym, you got the workout program, you're sticking with it. You've been doing it for 2 months, seeing the newbie gains. It's great. And then life happens. You miss 1 day. That 1 day turns into a week. And that week turns into a month and you fall off. How do you prevent this from happening? Number 4, consistency and motivation. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about motivation real quick. Motivation is a very important thing. But whenever I did cardio back on my journey, I actually had the same 5 Rocky videos every single day. I have a YouTube playlist that has the same Rocky stuff to help me keep my motivation while I'm doing cardio. Did it work to get me to the gym? No, that was all discipline. But it does help for a little bit from there. But the most important thing, motivation does fade. Discipline is going to be your best friend because the more and more that you do it, the more that you're gonna stick with it. Well, Nico, how do I get discipline? I'm about to tell you. The biggest fall off I see, especially from my personal clients that people stop going to the gym or they lose that motivation, so to speak, is that they get discouraged. You step on the scale and you're like, I haven't lost any weight. You look in the mirror and you feel like you haven't made any progress. That's why the first 3 are so important, because you find that workout program, you have that confidence that helps you want to stay in the gym. The biggest thing that I did on my journey, you want to take progress pics. You don't have to take them every day. If you want to, let's say you do one of those videos that's like it just all the way through, that's actually super cool. But for your own mental, if you feel like taking progress pictures is too much, do it like every Sunday, every 2 Sundays. Completely naked or have just your underwear on, so you can kind of see from the side angles, everything like that. You'll see little bit of changes. People will also see those changes, but in your own mind, body dysmorphia is the worst. You're gonna see the worst in yourself. You're gonna be like, I'm not doing anything. It's just how it is. I still go through it. So taking progress pics is super important. The next thing I always tell everybody, in my personal opinion, stay off the scale. The scale, I swear, they put something in there to make it against us because it does not move. It seems like it doesn't move. When you work out, when you do different types of things, especially when your body's not used to it, you gain muscle. This little bit of muscle is like whatever it is, a bunch of fat. So the scale lies to you. Do that every Sunday as well, every other Sunday. Instead, I always recommend find a really tight shirt, like a tight shirt to where like it doesn't fit anymore. Like it's just like when you put it on, like you look bad and you look all tight and all like messed up. Wear that every single Sunday or every other Sunday, and you will you'll feel the difference going from the gym because your body starts to slim down. You start to maybe build that muscle a little bit more. You start to fill it out a little more. Maybe you're trying to lose weight. You start to lose weight a little bit more. That's going to be the best indicator. I started doing that and I started feeling like, okay, I remember when you look at the first shirt, the first picture you had with that shirt and you're like, I remember looking like that. And now I'm like, I'm going to wear this, tonight to whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Motivation fades. Unfortunately, I wish it didn't. Motivation does fade. You can try to get motivated all you want. It's good for a little bit, but it fades. The biggest thing that's gonna keep you going is discipline and consistency. Life happens, I know. Things happen. Something might come up. You might not have time. You gotta ask yourself, do you really want these goals or not? If you really wanna go in there and change your life and hit your goals, you will make the time and you'll make things happen. Again, that comes back to my first 3 points. You find a workout program that goes with what you're trying to do, time limit. If you go in the morning better than the evenings, if you go to the evenings better than the mornings, if you go at lunchtime, anything like that, you wanna find the time. If you work out, I can't go 6 times a week, man, I can't do what you do. I'm totally cool. Find a 3-day program, find a 4-day program. The consistency and the discipline comes with also the first 3. You find what works for you and something that you know you can stick with. If you go in and you already hate what you're doing the first week, you're probably not gonna stick with it. And I don't blame you. Why would you do something you don't wanna do? Find what you can stick with and something you enjoy. All right, so we got the workout program, we got our workout clothes, we got the confidence, we got the motivation. We're going to the gym every single day, we're working out, we're getting into it, we're consistent, motivated. All of this is in vain if your nutrition and your recovery is not right. You cannot outwork a bad diet. I've tried, it does not work. I have it all the time, especially as a beginner. You might look at counting calories, different things like that, as a little bit difficult. I don't blame you, it can be a lot sometimes. I will say though, just a little bit of some positivity, some motivation for you. I've been tracking my food for about 3 years now. Now it doesn't seem like a chore. It's just something that I do. I usually have a lot of it already on MyFitnessPal. I weigh it in grams. I don't see it as like a, oh no, people are like, oh, you're really weighing that? Yeah, I mean, I'm not like, I don't think anything bad of it or anything like that. It's something that I do as a habit. It's like in everything. If you really want those goals, you'll make it happen. Now let's say, Nico, I'm not doing that. I'm not tracking my calories. I'm not doing all that, okay? In that case, eat right. You don't have to eat chicken, broccoli, and rice for the rest of your life, nothing like that, but you wanna watch what you eat. If you're used to eating 6 meals a day and you're trying to lose, maybe eat 4 meals a day. If you're trying to gain weight and you're only used to eating 3 meals a day, try to eat more. Oh, I work, I have this, I have that. There's so many excuses that come with the gym and so many different things with fitness. If you want the goals to happen, you'll make it happen. You'll go in the morning, you'll eat during this time. If you have a little break here, you will find the time if you are looking to get those goals done. As far as recovery goes, you don't want to be staying up until 4 in the morning and getting up at 6 in the morning and expecting gains to happen. Sleep is important, especially because when you get to the gym later that day, the lift's gonna suck, man. I mean, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna be yawning, you're gonna be like, bro, I didn't get any sleep last night. And that could be an excuse that will in turn go to 4 and then you lose the consistency and it's like, oh, it's because I'm not getting enough sleep. Just get enough sleep the night before and get it done. Well, I work this, I do that. Again, if you want the goals, you will make it happen. I've tried a bunch of different stuff, intermittent fasting, keto, really just any type of diet that people go through. Just find one, again, that works for you, but you wanna make sure all the diets line up with, if you're trying to lose weight, calorie deficit, if you're trying to gain, calorie surplus. That's what it all comes down to. So when you find those diets, just eating stuff that is nutritious, that you know is gonna give you energy, good fats, not saturated fats. Maybe instead of eating like ding dongs and stuff from Hostess or from Little Debbie's, maybe getting something instead like an apple or banana. Just switch it up, man. Get something better, something that's gonna make you feel better, give you some nutrition, and give you the muscles that you're looking for. You cannot train a bad diet. So don't expect to come in here after you've eaten McDonald's for the whole week and expect to lift crazy and go good. If you can, you're a freak of nature, and I'm jealous of you. But for most of us, it's not gonna happen. I did try for a little bit of just trying to just train and still eat what I wanted. It didn't work, man. I wasn't getting any gains. I was probably getting bigger because I was gaining muscle and fat at the same time. It wasn't until I really dialed in, started counting my calories that, hey, I see a little ab here, a little ab there, a little ab here. It starts to feel good. Also, you keep progress with yourself. All of this to say, nutrition and recovery is just as important as everything else that you do. Starting with the day that you decide that you want to change, get everything in line with your recovery and with your nutrition. While I'm gonna do this workout, while I'm gonna dress this way, while I'm gonna go to this gym, I'm also gonna eat this. When I'm done here, I'm also gonna eat this. After I take my progress pic, make sure your food is on top, is number one, along with everything that you do. So you're done. You're now the best lifter in the gym. You've got your pre-workout, you've got your gym choice, you got your workout program, you're consistent. You've done all 5 things. Woo! Hope you learned something today. Again, I know the gym is an intimidating place, but I promise you, stay consistent. It's like in all things that you do. Stay consistent. Make sure that you are just staying on the right path and you just keep going, keep going, keep going, even when the days are hard. Man, you get better every single day that you do it. You get better and you'll love the results. If you learned something, like, subscribe, and as always, keep it moving.